came across this quote today and I had to share it. Why should you feel anger at the world as if the world would notice? Marcus Aurelius said that. And it got me thinking, and I had this memory come back to me from back in the days. It was back in my teenage days. And I remember at the time I was an angry teenager, as I want to say most are, but you know how it is at that age, you're just confused and stuff. But at the time I had lots of anger in me. And I was like 14, 15, and all this rage in me, you know, from just, you know, being treated like crap growing up, and then growing up in poverty and all that stuff. And I was angry at the world. I was truly angry at the world, and I was showing it in every which way I could, doing a lot of things I regret now. And one of the things that I did was I was really upset one night. I went over to a local school, a local high school, and started punching out the windows with my bare hands. Side note here, the school was closed. It was like in the middle of the night when I did this. And I ended up with, it was my right hand that I punched the window with and broke the glass and cut my hand up pretty bad. But luckily I didn't do any, made any permanent damage. But I do have scars on my right hand from that incident. And I did get arrested. But I was a juvenile at the time, so the charges are no longer on my record. But every time I look at my hand now, I see those scars. And I remember that time when I showed my anger to the world as if the world would care. Eventually I dealt with all that stuff, but it's just that quote reminded me of that. And I wish at the time I would have had someone to talk to me about such things, you know? So I guess the whole point of this is, you know, to all you young men out there, if you're going through some stuff right now, reach out to someone and talk to them. You know, don't bottle that stuff up, because that can lead you to some very dark days. And after I was arrested for that and busted out those windows, that wasn't the end yet. I still had a lot of anger to deal with, and I still did a lot more stupid things. But I'm here today, thankfully. And now at my age, I feel like I'm reaching that point in time where I want to share, you know, the lessons I learned. And that's why I record these videos. You know, I have a crazy sense of humor, and so do the people in my family. That's just how we roll. But at the same time, life isn't always fun and games. Sometimes you go through some very, very dark times, but you don't have to go through it alone. And that was my whole point of this video. And that's what that quote stirred all that up in me. And that is the absolute power of wisdom. You know, like Tony Robbins said, we're all drowning in information, but we're all starving for wisdom. That quote right there from Marcus Aurelius is the wisdom that we're all starving for. I wish somebody would have came to me with those quotes like that and would have shared that wisdom with me when I needed it most, when I was a teenager. Who knows how it would have changed my life, but it is what it is. And I am here today to share that with whoever out there needs to hear it. So I hope that helps you in your day, your week, and even in your life. Anyway, thanks for listening. You've been listening to Bry Harden and 360.